Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon the Master of Mothers and peace be upon your doors. Welcome to Shia Waves. I'm your anchor Ahmed Saleem, here to present and replenish your minds with the latest Shia world news. Now with the headlines. Shia Iraq forces approach outskirts of the city Amerli. Iraqi army recaptures Al-Hamra village. ISIS Takfiri terrorist post to attack Saudi Arabia. Shia forces are heading to Amerli to lift the siege imposed by terrorists of the so-called Islamic State in Iraq and Levant, ISIL. The forces intend to enter the blockaded city within the next 2 days. The Shia forces, accompanied with the security forces as well as the armed clans, have arrived to the outskirts of Amerli. ISIS Takfiri militants blockaded the district of Amerli for about 2 months. Meanwhile, the people of the city were receiving aid, food, weapons, supplies thrown by airplanes. Army officials in Iraq say that the military has regained the control of a village in Saladin province from ISIS Takfiri militants operating the country. According to Iraqi officials, the army seized the village of Harma situated near of the northern city of Tikrit. The army forces also recaptured part of the road that links military base to BG refinery. Reports said that a number of militants were killed in the clashes with the army. Meanwhile, army forces killed more than 20 ISIS Takfiri terrorists in Fallujah and destroyed a number of their vehicles. It is to mention that the ISIS Takfiri terrorists have been committing crimes in captured areas, including mass execution of civilians and Iraqi security forces. Pakistani police killed a key militant commander of the banned Tehreek Taliban Walid Akbar in an encounter which took place in Dar Ismail Khan. Akbar was mastermind of a Shura blast and killer of hundreds of Shia Muslims in the country. District police officer said that the police was conducting a search operation when the terrorists led by Akbar Walid ambushed their convoy. He was involved in the planning of suicide attacks and funeral processions and law enforcement agencies personnel. He was also involved in the assassinations of Shia leaders and police personnel during the Ashura bombing near Muharram processions in Dar Ismail Khan on November 2012. Yemeni president has warned anti-government protesters, saying that the United States and its allies oppose the group's show of force. The Yemeni president talked to officials from the United States, the United Nations Security Council, and a number of Arab countries who voiced opposition towards what they called a rebellion against national consensus. The president's remarks followed Tuesday calls by Houthi leader for more anti-government protests. Hundreds of thousands took in street calling to the downfall of the government. Takfiri ISIS militants have reportedly threatened to attack Saudi Arabia during Eid al-Adha that marks the date of the annual Hajj pilgrimage. According to a report, ISIS militants will begin an armed operation in Saudi Arabia after being supplied with arms and money by al-Qu'dah agents. Several footages were released on YouTube and Facebook, reportedly showing members of ISIS Takfiri terrorists brutally killing Shia Muslims and other communities in drive-by shootings in Iraq. With the calls of the state officials and members of Malaysia's largest political party, United Malays National Organization, have called for allowing hijab for Malaysia Airlines stewardesses and alcohol ban. An Islamic group said that several airlines in Muslim countries obligate stewardesses to wear hijab, adding that they should not be afraid of business being affected, because they must be confident with God's will if they follow it. Along with calls to allow hijab, the Islamic group has urged MAS and other airlines to stop serving alcoholic drinks on board. It is to mention that Malaysia has a population of nearly 26 million. 60% of them are Muslims. We have reached the end of our new show. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, remember our dua. to hasten the reappearance of our beloved Imam Mahdi, peace be upon him. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.